Good morning. Happy Friday. Friday. This is Lorena Carr here for Daily Vibe Check. So we're going to do a reading for the weekend. So we can kind of see what the weekend holds for us. I'll do specific readings for each day, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Because sometimes if I do just a weekend reading, it turns out it's just for Friday. So if it's kind of a negative reading, then people think it's going to be the whole weekend that's negative. It's not necessarily. All right, so let's see, what does Spirit want us to know for the weekend of May 21st, 22nd, and 23rd, 2021. Okay. All right. So Friday, an actionable step. All right. Saturday. And Sunday. And then let's do celebrate card with each of them. Okay. All right. So for Friday, we have the first card is the Three of Wands. Okay. Three of Wands reversed. Now, when I see the Three of Wands, it's heading out on a journey. It's waiting for your ships to come in, but when it's reversed, it's like it's been somehow delayed, or just something hasn't come to fruition. Like you were hoping to do something or accomplish something, or you've done all the work and you're waiting to reap the rewards, but you haven't. Like you're just waiting for that to happen. So you're still in that Two of Wands. But then the card with it is the Ace of Wands, which is ready and raring to go. So this tells me that if you're planning on going on a trip, like you've packed, you're ready to go, and things are just kind of on hold. Or maybe they've been on hold. Like say you planned a trip last summer and it's been on hold. And now you are raring to go because you got your vaccine and everything's good. Now, the actionable step is the Ace of Swords reversed. So this makes you feel like when it's upright, it can be strength in adversity, but it can also actually just mean like going to the dentist or having surgery. When it's upside down, it's not having that, or somehow putting it off. Maybe you put off a procedure in order to make this trip happen, or it's just putting something off and not starting something new just right yet. And notice, like, you have the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Swords. So I feel like the Ace of Wands, in how Spirit showed me, is Ace of Wands wins this time. Okay, so the cool logical thing is out the window, but the fun thing is what's on board right now. And the Celebrate card is celebrating growth. Yeah, I think overall, like, we've all grown as a result of this pandemic and the vaccine situation, all the things that we've had to go through. So celebrate the growth in this. Celebrate, even if things aren't taking off the way you wanted, or you're putting something off in order to do something else. It's probably because you're growing from this experience. Okay, so that's Friday's vibe. Saturday, you've got the Devil and the Four of Pentacles. Now, with the Two of Pentacles covering it, reversed. Honestly, what's funny is when I first saw this, I thought of that little devil that's on your shoulder when you're shopping and you shouldn't be. And you got the angel over here, the devil going, save your money. And then you've got, no, you deserve it. You should spend your money. But then the Two of Pentacles reverse is telling us, if you spend your money, you might be dropping all the balls that you're holding. Like it may not work out well. So if you have if just it's a Saturday, you never know. If you have a chance to spend that money and you're like, oh, I want to throw caution to the wind. I really, really want this. If you have an impulse buy situation or an impulsive situation come up, don't jump in right away with it. Now, the celebrate card is intimacy, so I'm going to go a whole different direction with this for a second. Say you're going on a date with someone for the first time, okay? Or maybe, someone you just met, say you met them online. Maybe you feel like you should be having a whole lot of fun. Yeah, maybe you feel like you should be, kind of stepping up the game a bit and maybe in doing things you normally would not consider. Maybe you've been holding on to something. Like for instance, maybe there's been sex suggested in this, and you're trying to hold on to that. And maybe you're dating multiple people and you're not ready to like take that step necessarily, because then you've got the intimacy card. So I feel like this is saying, if you're going to do this, if you're going to make that choice to step into that devil energy and that sexual energy, that intimate energy, then understand that you can't be juggling other people. You can't juggle other people. You can't be like, ooh, let's just bounce from this person to that person, this person, that person. Make a choice before you choose to let go of that very valuable thing, whether it's power, intimacy, whatever. Before you step into that and allow yourself to not hold on to something tightly, make sure you understand that you have to make a choice. Okay, you don't get to bounce back and forth. So that's interesting. Overall vibration, though, if something is feeling like, you want to do something, it's tempting you, and you're really holding on, trying to resist this temptation, just know that if you try to juggle too much, it's just probably not going to end well. All right, so Sunday, the star comes up, and it is, when it's upright, it's intuition, it's a rebirth, it's after the tower is crumbled to the ground and starts over. It's that rebirth. It's finding a new, fresh start. And this kind of gives that, it's still a overall good vibration. The star is always positive no matter what. But in this case, I feel like it's saying whatever happened, or whatever your expectations were, you don't have this sense of rebirth, this sense of starting anew. And the card that's with it is the King of Swords. Now, the King of Swords is keeping your head over your heart. It's cool, rational thinking. It could be, as a person, it's lawyers, doctors, dentists, scientists, mathematicians, people who have the ability to think logically and disconnect from their emotion when needed. So they're not making business decisions or life decisions based on their emotions. They look at things logically, they see the bigger picture, and then keep that cool head about them. So now the Three of Pentacles reversed is what comes up as an actionable step. Now, when it's upright, Three of Pentacles is having a mentor or working with others. It's working as a team, it's teamwork. And when it's upside down, this almost feels like, hey, so this is not the time to be working as a team. This is something that you need to step back, logically look at, and not get anybody else involved just yet. Over like look everything over. And then the celebrate card that comes with is intuition. So I feel like this is saying, okay, you weren't listening. You weren't listening to your intuition. Maybe you made some bad choices yesterday with that devil in the Four of Pentacles card. Maybe you made some bad choices, or maybe you made the choice and you're just trying to like let it all settle in. That doesn't mean you call all your friends and be like, oh my God, guess what happened? And like lay out everything. You need to kind of step back, look at things logically, and use your intuition as to how to proceed. Like, don't depend on everybody else's opinion for something as you're trying to transition into something new. And, okay, another example. So say playing off the devil in the giving something up in the intimacy world. Okay. So maybe you chose to be with a person on Saturday night. And then Sunday, you're thinking, oh my gosh, this is so great. And they ghost you. Like they got what they wanted, they moved on. Or maybe you think they've ghosted you. You think that something bad's happened. Or you think that somehow, since they didn't call you or they didn't, follow up, that there's something wrong. This is challenging you to look at things from a logical point of view, be in control, be in charge, make that decision and listen to your intuition. Listen to what your gut's telling you, because your gut's going to be right. Not your fear. Do not listen to your fear. Do not listen to your don't listen to your insecurities. Okay? Don't listen to that devil that's sitting on your shoulder. And just know that if you're having a hard time getting something started, or maybe this devil, and on Saturday, maybe you like reconnected with an ex, or reconnected with someone that you'd been around before, had dated before, been with before, had a relationship with before, and you intimate. It doesn't necessarily have to be sex either. Intimate, like share details, like you've reconnected, and then you're feeling the sense of, okay, I wanted to start over, but do I want to start over? How do we start over? How do we make this happen? And is this something that I should really be doing? Is this in my greatest and highest good? Listen to your intuition to make that decision. I just feel like whatever happens on Saturday, there's some things you got to evaluate on Sunday. I feel like they are directly tied together. And no clue how this is going to play out in my life, but we'll see. But then Friday, go back with the Three of that Three of Wands. It'll be interesting to see how that plays out, as far as if I were to read this left to right, maybe you reconnected with someone from your past, and you've planned a trip, or you've planned an adventure, you've planned a date, okay? And you're waiting for this to happen, and you are raring to go, and maybe you had a hard time with the breakup before. Maybe you had a hard time with that, and you had to get beyond that sense of strength and adversity, like you had to grow from that relationship, because when everything fell apart and you broke up, it forced you to grow and look at things differently. But now you feel like you're two different people now, and you can reconnect, or you've reconnected, and you're not quite sure if you want to go there yet. Like, you've got the devil and the angel. That's what Spirit's showing me, is like this decision of devil, angel, devil, angel. And do you hold on to your sense of security, and do you hold on to all those things, or do you finally let them go and make a choice? You have to make a choice. This is when you have all the options. This is finally making the choice. And celebrate that intimacy that you share. Again, it doesn't have to be super intimate. But then on Sunday, after you've reconnected for this trip or this thing, then, you know, is it going to be a rebirth? Is it going to be a rebirth? If you're going to have to look at things logically. Now, if you're trying to reconnect with a doctor, lawyer, or dentist or scientist, former partner, I'll laugh because that's like literal. But also, I think it's just encouraging you to use your intuition, your cool logic, and not get so wrapped up in your emotions with it. And don't be calling all your friends, getting their advice, because they're going to be like, oh my God, this is something you have to work out on your own. And as I sit here and look at how these are all laid out, how I see them is growth, intimacy, and intuition. Like, this is what's standing out to me the most out of the whole reading, is like just the flow of this. Use your intuition to make the decision whether this is something you want to continue doing, or if it is something you should be saying no thank you to. No matter what, I feel like there's been an amount of growth that has been experienced. Now, if we were to put this in job perspective, maybe you at one point got fired from or quit a job, okay? And then now, because you were tempted, maybe you were tempted by another job. Cool. Use that cool rational thinking over the weekend to go, okay, is this really what they're offering me to go back, or should I go back to it, or should I reapproach it? Use your intuition to make that decision. So yeah, that's it. Can't wait to see how this plays out for you all, because I know a lot of you that watch are married, so this really does not apply to you as far as relationship, but overall vibration of ready to go. Something in the past that happened reemerges, and you've grown since that past situation. And the temptation of something, of spending the money on something, or spending the energy on something, or being bound to something, and the next, the day after, using your intuition to go, was that really a smart move? Did that really benefit me? And is that going to work for my greatest and highest good? So that's how that reads. Okay. So I'm not encouraging you all, especially married people, to go out and just reconnect with old flames and have an affair and regret it on Sunday. It's not what I'm saying. It's not the thing that I'm saying. I do feel like there's just some sort of temptation this weekend, and it really, you should definitely celebrate the growth you've made in a situation, and think, if you look at the intimacy card, that can be like looking at yourself on a very intimate level and exploring your feelings through something, before you make a decision. And maybe this weekend you're just mulling over something. Maybe something happened Friday during the day, or Thursday, that you just need to really sit with this weekend and see that you've grown from a situation. You've grown over a period of time. You know yourself better, and you really need to listen to your intuition. So there you go. So I know that was long, but it covered 3 days, and I feel like it was a lot of information. I actually, you know what, I'm going to pull one card for the weekend to kind of tie it all together, what we need to know. Let's do our Sacred Traveler, since I feel like, maybe you travel, maybe you wanted to travel. Let's see. Choosing your path, all is possible. Wow. So this weekend you'll be choosing some kind of path. Like, I feel like this could be a game-changing weekend for some of you. Something's going to be presented, and you're going to have a choice to make. You're going to be faced with a fork in the road, and just know that no matter what way you choose, ultimately no matter what route you choose to get to a destination, which for us is as humans, our higher purpose, our ultimate goal is to go back and be one with source, with the collective conscious, with God, however you want to see it or call it, the big entity that we are born from, that we are created from, and we are connected to energetically. However you want to see it, no matter what path we take, the hard path, the easy path, the really long rerouting GPS path, ultimately we have to get to the same, we still have the same goal: learn lessons. And some lessons are harder than others, but you have to choose your path. Everything is possible, you know. Everything is possible. So there you go. I hope you'll have a fantastic weekend. Can't wait to hear on Monday how this plays out. Yeah, I'd love to hear your thoughts, your comments. Make sure you like, subscribe, share. Okay, you're not. Hopefully, you all share like on your pages and stuff. That'd be great if you want to share with others. And yeah, love to hear from you all. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you Monday. Bye.